everyone. Hi, my name is AdoraI Igunma and welcome to the Teacher's Time Off with Adora. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Teacher's Time Off with Adora. How are you doing? How have you been? How has your holiday been? Have you been resting? Have you gone out? Have you taken some ideas from my last video? If you have not watched my last video, ensure you go back. You're going to see some ideas on how you can successfully spend your summer break. But I want to know how you're doing. So put in the comments and tell me how you have been. I just want to know. I want to say a big welcome again to the Teacher's Time Off with Adora. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. I want to say I love you. Thank you for being here. And if you just came across my video or someone shared it with you, ensure that you subscribe. So right now, click the subscribe button and ensure that you click on all, or you click till you see the parenthesis button around the bell. So ensure you do that right now so that you know when I go live or when I have shared new videos on my channel. I do this every Tuesday of the month. So every time you go to my YouTube channel, you come here on Tuesdays, you are going to see a video, right? You're going to see a great resource for you as a teacher. And I want you to share it, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Right? And if you're an old subscriber, I want to say welcome again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and we're just going to dive into what I have for you today. So I was invited for a speaking engagement on Friday with some teachers, right? I was there to speak on opportunities for teachers, talking about professional experience and educational experience. I am going to post the recording, hopefully, on here so that we can, just pick lessons from there. But they asked me a question, and I will share the question, when we move forward. I was asked a question, and I just gave an abridged answer because there was no time. We just had about 30 minutes to discuss. And I know that there are many teachers right now that are tired. They are tired. And they don't know what to do because they've lost steam. Like, they have the passion. They love teaching, right? Don't get me wrong. It's not like they don't love what they do. They love teaching. They're passionate about it. But they can't seem to figure out what's going on. They don't want to go back into the classroom. They just want to stay at home or change their profession, And I had to take a deeper look into that question to get it answered. And so I'm going to bring it on here so that we can talk about this particular word or concept. And I'm going to put this in the question. Is passion enough to be a teacher? Is passion enough to be a teacher? So my big answer to that question is no. Passion is not enough to be a teacher. Passion is not enough to be a teacher. Now, you can be great at something, and you can love something, and you can be passionate about something, but it is beyond passion. It is beyond passion. Teaching goes beyond just having a passion for it, right? Teaching is a great task. And if you don't develop the love for it, or if you don't have the love for it, or develop the love for it, or develop the passion for it, you're going to burn out, as with any profession. Let's just get that straight. First of all, the question is passion enough for teaching? But before we even go into my other answers, right, to give the reason why passion is not enough, number one, you must be passionate about teaching, right? You must love what you do, as with anything. And if you don't love what you do, if you're not passionate, right, about it, you're going to get burnt out. Now, I've heard some people say, oh, if you want to go into, especially when we're talking about having a source of income, they'll tell you don't have to be passionate about it. You don't have to like it. And I have a problem with that. I just feel like there has to be a balance, right? So sometimes some people go into a profession not liking it, but you have to develop that like or love and passion for it along the way, or else it will never make sense. You have to like or love what you do. You at some point, if you decide that you're going to stay in a profession for a long period of time, you have to be passionate about it, or else you would have just been doing things that you don't align with, and at the end of the day you might end up regretting. So I think that you should, right? Some people have other opinions about that, but I think that you should love what you do, be passionate about what you do, you know, as you go on, even if you didn't start up liking or loving it, just along the way, develop it, right? It's possible to do that at the end of the day. And so let's talk more about this profession called teaching. I call teaching a calling, right? I call teaching a calling. Why? Number one, we're able to teach people who will end up going into other professions, right? So every person we teach will not end up being a teacher. In fact, maybe even 90% of the people we teach will not end up being teachers, right? But we have the opportunity to teach people that will go into other professions. Number two, we have the opportunity to transform the lives of people for the best. Number three, we get to build nation builders. We get to build nation builders. We get to build nation builders. So if you are a teacher in a school, for example, or even, it doesn't even have to be in an elementary or high school, it could even be tertiary or higher education or adult education, you have the opportunity to build people that will end up being nation builders, meaning that they are going to come out to be assets to the society. And finally, we get to touch the hearts of people. We get to touch the hearts of people. We get to transform mindsets. We get to help people develop core values, better attitudes and characters that will also help their society to become better, right? So teaching is a calling. And this call or responsibility that has been given to you as a teacher will stretch you. It will move you beyond what you think you could ever even do in this life. It will stretch you. It will expand your mindset. It will expand your character. It will expand everything about you.
Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share.
So this call and responsibility requires you to build yourself, to cause transformation in the life of another person. You cannot give what you don't have. It's going to be a tasking process. It is a tasking process, and it will stretch you, but it is a requirement of the profession. For you to transform another life, you have to be transformed. For you to build nation builders, you have to be a nation builder yourself. For you to touch the hearts of people, your own heart has to be worked on as well. And so because of this stretching, you then begin to ask yourself, beyond my passion, beyond my like for teaching or my love for teaching, why am I teaching? You need to ask yourself that question. Why do I teach? Why do I teach? Why am I teaching? What is my why? What is my why? Ask yourself, what is this teaching about? Why am I here? Why do I wake up in the morning to go to work? Why do I have to go through this rigorous process of building myself and end up in the classroom and then a student talks down on me? You have to ask yourself this question, because these are some of the things that wear teachers out. You know, they go to the classroom every day and they experience these life changes and they experience these challenges that come with teaching, and you know, it wears them out. Even though you are great at it, but many times for many teachers, they become so overwhelmed. And so I taught my teachers at the Skill Teacher Academy. If you don't know about the Skill Teacher Academy, please visit thefreshlookafrica.com to read more about the Skill Teacher Academy. So I've taught them there that you have to have a vision. Before you are a teacher, you are a person, you are you, right? And so you need to have a vision, a compelling vision. You need to know your purpose, right? You need to have a vision, a compelling vision as an individual. When you have this compelling vision, this is what will help you move past the resistance that you face. So these things that we face, this feeling of being overwhelmed, this feeling of, oh my God, I'm tired, I can't do it anymore, is the resistance that comes with the teaching profession. It's the resistance that you feel when you have a vision, when you have a compelling vision, a big vision, a God-sized vision. You are going to feel this resistance. And this is what will help you move past that passionless state and continue to do what you're meant to do. Now, let me tell you something. The fact that you do not have passion for something or your assignment at a point in time does not mean that that is not what you're meant to do. The fact that you don't have passion, or you become passionless, or you don't feel like it anymore at some point on your journey in the teaching profession doesn't mean that that is not your assignment, doesn't mean that you weren't called to do it. It comes with it. It is very normal. But what will move you past that state is the fact that you have a compelling vision. You know your why, right? You know what you want to see in the education system. You know what you want to see in the lives of your students. You know what you want to see in your life at the end of the day. So that is what keeps you going. Do you get it? So many times we have heard motivational speakers tell us, you have to have the passion. You need the passion. If there's no passion, you're not called to do it. And all of those things. But they forget to tell us that there's sometimes we will not have that passion to do what we have been called to do. It's just like a human being. It's not every time that you feel mushy about your significant other. Yes, you love them. Yes, you care about them. But it is not every time you are head over heels, saying, oh my love, oh my boo. It's not every time you want them in your space. There's just some days that you want to be alone, but you love them still, right? You know where you are going with them. You have a vision together. But does it mean that you will divorce because, you don't just feel like it on that particular day? No, it's like that for the teaching profession and any other profession. There are some days that you won't feel all mushy. Oh, hey guys, oh my goodness, you're going to the class and you are on 100. There are some days that you're going to be on a 40 or even a 0. And it is okay, but never forget why you are doing what you do, right? What we have been called to do as teachers, right, will require us to get our hands dirty. It will require us to go through a tasking process of building ourselves, of taking courses, attending conferences, networking, learning from people, learning from books, taking in knowledge, applying the knowledge. It will take a lot because you are dealing with people who at the end of the day will either become their best selves because of you or will become their worst selves because of you. Your duty as a teacher should be number one, to transform yourself. When you transform yourself, you can transform another person. But this is a tasking process. I'm not a prophet of doom, but I've been in that season. For the past 2 months, it has been tasking. There are many days I feel like, you know what? I'm going to bed. I'm not doing this anymore. But then I remember that there's an education sector that needs to be worked on. I need to play my part. There are people that are dependent on this transformation that will happen. I can't afford to just say I'm not doing again. This life, I can't kill myself. I only live once, YOLO. Yes, there are moments like that, but it doesn't mean that you stay there. You get up again, recalibrate, recharge, retreat. Okay, so I'm feeling this way. All right, take a deep breath. Okay, I know that I'm meant to do this. I know that I need this. Because remember, people always say that from pain births purpose. From pain births purpose. So when you're feeling all of those things, do you know that it's in that moment that you are being stretched, that your capacity is being increased. You'll be able to do more. Do you know the funny thing is you begin to see better results if you put yourself to the process. It is a process. Yes, that is it. You have to go through the process. It is part of life. There is a process. There will be a time or a season where you have to prepare. There will be a season where you're going to enjoy the fruits of your labor. There will be a season where it feels like nothing is happening, but you keep going because you have a compelling vision. You get it. I say again, there are some times that you will not feel like it, but remember, the purpose should be greater than the passion. The purpose should be greater than the resistance that you feel. The vision should be greater than the resistance that you are feeling. And so that makes me tell my teachers, you have to be purposeful. You have to be a purposeful teacher. You have to be a teacher with a vision. So what is your vision? What is your mission? Why are you doing what you were doing? Right? If you were not going to get paid, will you still do it? That's a big question to ask. If you were not going to get paid, will you still do it? What are those results that you have seen as a teacher that makes you say, yes, I love what I see? You don't love what is going on in your mind, right? Like when I say what is going on in your mind, like you might be feeling overwhelmed. You might be feeling, so passionless. But when you begin to see that your students are acing their tests because of an instructional material that you created, in the future, you see a report card, you see your child standing on that stage, collecting awards in high school or in the university, you'll be like, oh my God, I thought that child. Ah, yes. I was in that place some weeks back, and I saw some of my children, when they were graduating from elementary school, they passed through primary 5, and I can say that most of them that passed from my class ended up becoming prefects. Majority of the prefects that they had in that set were from my class. I saw it. I was touched. I was like, wow. Yes, I had my flaws, but many of them, the head girl came from my class. I think sports came from my class. There was punctuality, I think, came from my class. Library came from my class. I was excited. I don't know if it's most. Let me correct myself. I don't want to say most because I didn't, right? I don't know the number of prefects they had. But I saw that most of the ones that were even leaders in their class, when we were in primary 5, that I pushed. There was one especially, 2 of them especially that I pushed. I was like, you like doing this, so you're going to be in charge of this. And they ended up becoming prefects. It was amazing. It was amazing to watch. I was touched. And then they graduated not too long ago. I'm like, yes, this is what I want to see. I wasn't the perfect teacher. I didn't have it all together. That was like my first major year of teaching. But when I saw my report card, I was proud of myself. that is, those are things that keep me going. Even when I want to give up, I'm like, I'm not doing this again. But when I see things like that, I just keep going, because the resistance that you feel is meant to stretch you. And when you are stretched, you have an increased capacity. So don't feel downcast, and don't feel like you're not doing good enough because you feel like you want to give up. It's okay. Dust yourself, take a retreat, rest. Think about everything that you've done in the past year. Take notes. What can I do to become better? What are those things that I need to put in place? What structures do I need to put in place? If you see that you are in a season of, like myself, in a season of stretching where you have to take courses, build yourself and all of those things, just remember the vision. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this because the education system must be better, because I want my students to do well, because I want the best for my students. Right? So I want you to live with like a teacher with a vision. Be a purposeful teacher. Know why you're doing what you are doing, and that will help you not to lose steam. Until I come your way again next week, Tuesday, please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, show the channel some love, Let other teachers know that they have a great resource here. And I'll be back again next week, Tuesday, with another resourceful video for you.